Evening, folks. Welcome to The Weekend Is O-VAR, your little results show on a Sunday night to try and ease you into the shitness that is a Monday morning. How are we doing, gents? After this
not too bad, mate.
Very mixed weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been better.
Liam, I'm not going to lie, mate. You look like you've just given up.
Yeah. Basically, can't be asked.
You and me both.
Andy, you checked out fucking weeks ago.
Yeah, I did.
Andy's not in the bottom three yet, though. That's the thing. That's the issue.
Yeah,
it's just a false sense of security, mate. I know what's coming.
You've been there before. You felt this high. You felt the low. I don't know. Right, then. So this is just the results show, so we'll kick off with the results. Surprising one on Friday. Surprising from both sides, really, because how the hell Southampton threw that away, but then how the hell Arsenal didn't win it?
Yeah.
Did anybody watch it? Or?
Yeah, I see bits. Well, most of it. Yeah.
I put it on.
They're nervous, aren't they? They're very nervous. Arsenal. 3 draws in a row now. They could have been miles clear at this point had they not been bottling it, but. Yeah, you can see, like I say, they're a young team on this, so you can see why the nerves do kick in with the players. But Southampton were pretty good. They did look pretty good. They'll, as funny as the result is for Arsenal, dropping points, whatever. Southampton should feel they should have won that game.
Yeah,
they were 3-0 with a few minutes to go. Yeah, they really threw that away. And even Arsenal, even really won it with that.
You're going to be disappointed not to come away with a win, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I just couldn't get over it, and that was like really strange. I know, like we said, Arsenal are bottling it, but you don't expect them to bottle it to the bottom of the league.
I know.
At home.
Yeah.
I remember like putting it on half times and thinking, well, that's everybody's coupon fucked. If anyone's got the Friday game on their coupon, it's fucked.
I know.
Already.
You thought that was a banker. But just the way they started set the tone, didn't it? The minute Ramsdale did that, it's like, okay, it's going to be one of these games then. You're going to have to graph for this, lads.
Yeah, horrible.
It's that time of year now, though, where just anybody down the bottom, they're fighting for life. They can get results against anybody. There's going to be plenty of more results like this coming, I can tell you.
Oh, for sure.
I'm more nervous about Thursday than I was today.
Yeah.
I know like Liam's shaking his head there, but honestly, Everton could get something at Goodison.
As long as we turn up. I mean, if we get a full strength side, then I expect us to turn up and get something. But yesterday, we didn't even look like we were going to score, but we'll get onto that.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Oh, God.
Andy's turn first.
Trying to dive out the window.
Yeah, I'm off. What happened?
It's just us again. We was all right for the first half, defended quite well, just didn't really have much going forward, and then two keeping mistakes, and you're 2-0 down, chasing the game again. Not where you want to be, away from home. But
yeah.
I didn't expect anything from there. To be fair, I was hoping I would have took a point beforehand because obviously they've been blowing teams away, haven't they? But then I had a little blip recently. I was hoping we could maybe nick some, but we're just awful. We're just awful in defence and awful up front. We just got nothing in midfield either. We're just crap.
You know what really pissed me off was that either on Saturday or the day before, I wrote an article about Melia going to Newcastle being not a bad choice. But he's only young and he's got Premier League experience, and then he goes and has that game. I was like, now I look like a pride kid.
To be fair though, he's been there since Bielsa. He's got a lot of experience for a young lad. He's got a lot of experience for a young keeper, but he's a good shot stopper. But everything else he struggles with. He don't command his box. His passing sometimes is absolutely abysmal because we try and play out from the back. And he's always got a mistake in him. He just seems like he's always got a mistake in him. I know he's a young keeper. You always think, as a young keeper, he'll get better. But in his defence, he's never had any competition.
Yeah,
we've got no decent second keeper. We haven't had one we've got Robles now, who's 36. But for the past 3 seasons, we've had under 21 keepers. That's his only competition. So it's like Bamford. We've got no other striker. So wherever he's fit, he knows he's starting. Yeah. So there's no competition. And yeah, it's just Yeah, there's no pressure on there. There's no like looking over your shoulder thinking, "Oh, if I make a mistake, I'm out here." But I've said it since January. He should have been dropped and should put row balls in. Bit more experience, because in a relegation battle, a 22-year-old kid making them mistakes, you could just tell he's not at the races. Well, most of them aren't.
That could end his career. That.
Yeah, well, I think he will move. I think he's looking for a way out anyway at the end of the season. Whether we stop up or not, I think he'll go. And the big rumours was that he was going to Tottenham to be Lloris's replacement.
That's exactly where he'll end up.
But like I say, he's a good keeper, shot stopper. I mean, he's pulled us out of the shit a few times, but he's also put us in the shit a few times and all.
Still a step up from fucking Lloris.
Well, yeah, there is that, yeah. Well, I'd say our keeper before him was Kiko Casilla, so we was happy to get Melier in the sticks when he went. But yeah, we're just new at the minute. We just don't look like we've got out. There's no fight. Like, look at the other game against Liverpool. We got 6-1, and when we lost 6-1, not one player got a yellow card. That's not us. There should be at least 6 or 7 on bookings there.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get onto it, but obviously Newcastle's match today. Once that 5th goal went in, Tottenham just resorted to booting every player that they came near.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Do, isn't it? That's the fight. That's the fire, the passion, the hatred. That I hate being beat, so I'm going to take it out on the next guy. See? Yeah,
I made misses losing Tyler Adams, when he got injured for the season. I put it in the group chat. I said that's us done, because he's the main catalyst in that midfield. When he's there, it ticks. It's like, you know what I mean, taking your star player out.
Yeah.
Well,
plenty more football to go. Don't worry.
Yeah, like I said, we're down to a 2-game season now. That's it.
Yeah. And then Villa, after last week's heroics, absolutely.
Yeah, we weren't great in this one.
I'd heard, because I'd heard that somebody'd actually said in the Newcastle group that I'm in that Villa looked on Saturday like the Newcastle did when Villa played them last week.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, football is weird like that, isn't it? Where you win the big game and then you play a team, you think, well, if we can beat Newcastle, we should be able to see the Brentford. But yeah, we just weren't at the races. We're happy to get a point after that game, because Brentford could have run away with it, to be honest. We were pretty sloppy. Didn't have a lot of good chances in the game.
Pretty much the last kick of the game, wasn't it? The equaliser.
Yeah, it was very late. Yeah, very late. And probably more than we deserved, to be honest. Brentford were a good value for the win. But I'll take the draw. Happy with that. Happy to keep the unbeaten run going. And we'll try to make amends next time.
What are you thinking now about Europe then? Because obviously your running's lethal.
Yeah, I'm just worried about Brighton, because I back us to get results still, but Brighton, they've still got games in hand, and they could, as much as we could be 6th and pretty, they can just go, we still got 3 more games to play, and they'll just overtake us. And they're having a good season, aren't they? They're a good team having a good season. So I'm kind of thinking we'll probably get Conference League at this rate, 7th, which is still very good. Happy with that. I think Brighton are probably favourites.
Well, considering where you were when Gerrard left, definitely.
Exactly. This is a miracle to be even talking about Europe is ridiculous. So I'll take it.
Damn right. This one. So, Liam, you said on Thursday that if Everton got a point, you'd take it quite happily, and then you got a point, and you're not happy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's results around us that's the issue. Leeds got beat, so it's like, you know what? Let's go and get the 3 points. At 0-0, Holgate was an accident all game to get sent off. I mean, his first yellow card is never a yellow. It's an absolute joke, but doesn't matter. He's on a yellow card. He's brain dead. He's so clueless. It's unbelievable. Ayew had him on toast all game. It was like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said last week and the week before, Dyche got his tactics wrong, but there was a chance for us to go and get 3 points. He could have brought on Mopai and gone 4-4-2, but he didn't. And then we got a man down with 10 minutes to go. I was like, right, I'm going to have to shut up shop now. Take a point, but now we're back in the bottom 3. It doesn't help. That's the issue.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I think Dyche has got it in him then, because you've been questioning his tactics for the last couple of games.
I think Decore being a miss and Onana being injured hasn't helped at all. and hopefully they're both back on Thursday. Calvert-Lewin's back. He played 90 minutes.
He came
Hopefully,
very close.
yeah, he came very close. If he'd scored that as well, that would have been absolute worldy.
On the spin,
touch
Yeah.
spin, honest to God.
Yeah.
But I mean, last season we were 6 or 7 points from safety in the bottom three, but we had 2 games in hand and we had Richarlison, and the fans were behind the team. Not saying that we're not now, but just can't be arsed. It's one of them, like,
clearly a divide
all
between
hope is
fans and
gone.
the club at the minute.
And I don't know if you've seen, but when Bill Kenwright produces a statement on Friday night before the game goes on Saturday, it's like, will you just give your head a wobble? Honest to God. It is not always about you. But he still thinks
it's crazy that this relegation is crazy, because you look at that, Everton got a point and dropped down. We've lost 3 games on the spin, chipping 13 goals, and we're still not dropped to place.
Hanging on. With on Liam, can I be the annoying positive person in the group chat that everybody hates with Everton, right? It's not that bad with Everton. Yeah, they've only won 1 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but they've only lost 2 as well, which was to Fulham and Man United. You know, Fulham are technically a top half-ish team, whatever, but United, no comms right now. They've still been drawing games, Everton. They're still picking up points, ticking away. The draw against Palace isn't the worst thing in the world. Before the game, you'd say it's not terrible. They're in form, whatever. So as if Everton, Newcastle, that's a tough one. But if Everton can get somewhere against Leicester, and then they've got Wolves and Bournemouth to end the season on,
it's
those three.
Leicester away. If we beat Leicester, that's the thing. We have to beat Leicester if we stand a chance.
Pure definition of a 6-pointer.
Same as us.
Yeah.
Same as us. Tuesday, we have to win on Tuesday, or else it's game over.
Yeah, Leeds next 2 games against the bottom. We've got Newcastle, so.
Because it's obviously scary being in the bottom 3. I get that. You hate being in there and winning there for a long time. But Dyche is a master of this kind of working it out. Like, okay, what do we need to stay at? What point, with the way the season is going, what point is likely to be enough? And it is going to be 3 wins, isn't it? 3 wins should keep Everton up. You think?
If we get 3 wins, then bloody hell.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
So you can lose. You can almost lose to Newcastle, beat Leicester, lose to Brighton, lose to Man City, and then it's like, oh my God, Everton in trouble. But then it's like, yeah, but you got Wolves and Bournemouth to finish it. 2 teams you'd say, yeah, we have to. If we don't win these games, we don't deserve to stay up. So I'm still going to keep the faith with Everton. I know it's different when you're a fan. I get that, but I still think they'll be okay. Because I think the results have been okay. They're not losing anymore as regularly as they were before.
It's like if you look at when Grazia took over us, he's lost 4 games. Obviously the Palace game, but we've lost to Arsenal, Liverpool, and Fulham. Yeah, their games we wouldn't have even looked at anyway. We'd have just thought their game. It's only the Palace game where we crumbled, really.
Yeah, but it's like last week against Fulham. That was a game we should have won. Fulham were in bad form, and we just got turned over easily as well. That was the issue.
To be fair, Fulham against us, I don't know if you watched it, but they didn't get out of second gear. They had no Mitrovic. They didn't even get out of second gear. Just give
the ball to Willian. That's it. Give the ball to Willian.
This is the thing as well. We had Christensen, 24-year-old right back, or whatever. He's getting absolutely roasted by 35-year-old Willian time and time again.
I said there's no secret why Fulham were where they were a couple months ago, let's say, because they were good. They were legitimately a good top-half team. They've obviously struggled because they had the distraction of losing Mitrovic and whatnot, but that squad is still very strong. So they are still going to put teams away, and teams are going to be like, oh yeah, I guess Fulham are still a good team. Yeah, they're not. Results haven't been perfect of late, but they're still a hard team to face, aren't they? So I think it's not the end of the world for both teams.
No big deal.
No, it's like you say. It's we've still got games we need to win, so we just got to see how we get on, haven't we?
Yeah, winnable ones for both sides.
This one didn't help anybody.
No,
that was the issue. If Wolves had got a point there, or the 3 points, I wouldn't be as annoyed. But it's just the fact that they threw it away, didn't they?
Sums up football, doesn't it?
I was sat watching the scores, and when they went 2-1 up, I just thought, what's the betting now? Everton's going to score in a minute, and we're in the bottom 3. I was waiting for it. I was like, here we go.
That's what it's like down there, isn't it? You feel every goal.
It is. Just every goal goes in, and it goes, we'll go to whether we'll go to Goodison or no, whether it was Selhurst, we're just good to Selhurst. There's been a chance you think of. Here we go. It is literally every 2 minutes when they go to a ground, you think, oh shit.
Yeah. No one's dead and no one's safe, are they, this season? You think, like I said, I thought Bournemouth were dead in the water, and then they've come back from the dead. I thought Southampton, we can write them off, and then they were winning against Arsenal. You're thinking, oh bloody hell, if they win, they're back in it. So you cannot rule anyone out at the moment. It's horrible. It's horrible for you guys.
That's what I'm saying. There's going to be plenty more twists and turns as well. And that title race is definitely not over yet either. There's going to be twists and turns in that as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably one of the, I mean, not from your guys' point of view, but it has to be one of the most exciting Premier League seasons we've had in a long time.
Oh, definitely.
In terms of things still being up for grabs this late in the season.
Well, we play City in the middle of them playing Real Madrid as well. So they'll play a weakened side to an extent, but they're a weakened side still.
The idea of Leicester, I know, again, I obviously don't want Everton to go down for Liam's sake, but the idea of Leicester and Everton fighting for survival, two big Premier League clubs, is huge. And then you've got Leeds above them as well. West Ham were getting dragged in before. So it's exciting for the neutral, but horrible for the others, because the reality is the teams down there lose half their games. So we know that there's going to be drop points as they go, including for Leeds and Everton. They're going to lose games, and then it's going to put pressure on you for a week until you have another match. So it is going to be the end of the world one week, and then, oh shit, we're going to start next week. Until you get to sort of middle of May, the table's going to still be quite misleading, isn't it? Because it looks like you're safe, but you're not. You're just 1 point away from.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I said before. The places don't matter, or the teams and where they are in the table doesn't matter. It's just them points, because it's like 4 points from bottom up to it was like 6 points from bottom to mid-table a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just crazy. But yeah, anyway, back onto that game. That's a massive 3 points for Leicester. That was massive,
huge,
unexpected as well, wasn't it? Because I get that. I wasn't in the predictions thing, but I'm assuming that people must have thought, well, Leicester are in horrible form. Wolves are the team, winning games at the moment. Wolves win. And then what happens? Leicester finally buck their ideas up and get a result.
That was no Barnes, no Maddison, and Vardy went off at half-time injured as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
To be fair, getting 45 minutes out of Vardy's impressive anyway.
His stats are so bad this season. When it comes to shots and stuff, he's been pretty much useless for him.
Get ready for Tuesday night.
Right, Liverpool managed to just about see off Forest. That was shaky for a while. So I think Liverpool's odds of finishing fifth or fourth, are higher than Tottenham's now.
We always do for Liverpool though, because they win at home, but then it's their away form that's cost them all season. They're only averaging 1 point per away game this season. They just don't. They can't seem to. They win one home game and say, okay, Liverpool are back, and then away from home they'll just lose to a mid-table team. It's like, great. This is why they're not in that top four. Why they're still away from it. They have got a good chance though, because they can overtake Tottenham now with a win, so they can go up to fifth. But it's that consistency all season with Liverpool, which has been why they haven't. Yeah, why they're not in the Champions League spot.
That's because they don't spend any money. Forest, I mean, spirited display. Like every time you try and write Forest off, they come back a little bit.
I mean, they rested Brennan Johnson as well. He didn't even start.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. He come on about 20 minutes from the end, didn't he?
I mean, I'm surprised they didn't get something from the game. It's just annoying because then all Liverpool fans were like, "Oh, we did that on purpose. Just want Everton on the relegation zone."
Johnson, he hit the bar as well, didn't he? At the end, he lobbed Alisson, didn't he? Hit the crossbar at the end.
I've not watched match of the day or anything, but
literally right at the end, he lobbed Alisson and hit the crossbar. Yeah,
didn't he hit the bar a couple of times? Was that the game? There was one game I was watching the highlights, and they just kept pinging the ball off the bar as if it was the fucking.
They had a strong finish.
Crossbar challenge.
I don't know, but Liverpool must have been watching our defending on the DVD because it was absolutely. But they scored off 2 throw-ins, didn't the Forest? Crazy.
Just March school of defence.
Yeah,
they're in trouble, aren't they? They got tough run of games, Forest.
I mean, there could not be a more apt image for this. 4-0, fourth goal for West Ham today. It was absolutely ridiculous.
I've not seen the goals today. I've not seen. I've only seen the Newcastle game.
I didn't even know the score until I got a message from Eddie saying, "We're not massive, we are fucking massive." And I was like, oh, "What's the score here?"
Shitting. Yeah, they did the same as Newcastle, just steamed ahead early doors in the first half, but then Fornals came up with this stupid scorpion kick at the end. Absolute insanity. Quality goal. But that's massive for West Ham.
Yeah, I think they're away now, aren't they? They're safe now. They're 6 points clear.
I think they need one more win.
Probably
And
one
they'll be
more
safe,
win,
yeah.
Yeah, one more for them. Puts Bournemouth back in the mix a little bit.
Yeah. But West Ham's Europe, they obviously they won against Ghent, I think, and they played in the Conference League. So they're having a good end to the season. Might save Moyes' job, mightn't it, if they do something there? So
that's what's going to keep him in his job, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Bits in Europe. But yeah, like you say, one more win and I think they're out of it.
It's funny, isn't it? You can literally be mediocre all season, and then if you have a good finish, it masks everything that happened before, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, get 4 or 5 wins at the end of the season. It's like, oh yeah, now we're like 13th in the table. It's like, yeah, but all season you've been in the relegation, but yeah, it looks like you had a good year, but very misleading.
I mean, we did that for years under Moyes. We'd have a terrible start of the year, finish strong, finish 5th, 6th, and it's like, if we could just start well, we'd finish top 4.
I remember Moyes always been asked, like, why did your team start so slow? And he's like, I don't know. We have a good pre-season. It became such a common thing for Everton to just have a weirdly bad start and then just go on a madness.
Yeah, we get to Christmas and it's like, right, should we start now then? Okay.
We'll play now.
Yeah.
I've just remembered how to do this, lads.
Well, with Bournemouth, they've got Southampton away on Thursday and then they've got us at home on Sunday.
Ooh. That's the ones. That's the one for them.
Off the back of this one, that's
so they'll have been targeting them 2 games for the past God knows how many weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's what it is. They've focused on them 2 and just sort of down tools.
Yeah, same as us, as is Leicester and Bournemouth.
Yeah, it's a bad result against West Ham, isn't it? Really, at home to West Ham, who aren't. Yeah, they're in form lately, but they're still on the same level, aren't they? When it comes to their season, you don't want to get panned. Before you've got your big games coming up. That's not going to help the confidence.
Goal difference as well, sticking another 4 past you, that's not ideal, is it?
Exactly.
They have the worst defence in the league, Bournemouth, so no surprises there.
Yeah, just behind us.
Last year,
we had 1 goal.
Get twatted by the club right next to you in the table.
Exactly.
I thought he was going to go back to us against Palace then.
No, we'll do current affairs. I mean, this is fucking stupid.
Let's hear it then, Ash. Let's hear it.
There's nothing to say, mate. It's right there, 6-1. I mean, fucking hell. 5-0 up after 20 minutes. Tottenham just didn't turn up. Like, ironically, their players woke up after all their fans fucked off after 20 minutes.
That Joe Linton goal is criminal on Tottenham's defending part. For it to that and into a game, for that defence to be caught out by an aerial ball, as good as it was, and as well as he took the chance, that's criminal. That's bread and butter defending. Just to track the man. Yeah, just track the man. It's a beautiful ball, but my God.
I only have one comment to make on that game, and that was Willock's pass to Isaac. That was pass of the season.
Outside of the foot.
Mind-blowing, that.
Yeah.
If that had been De Bruyne or one of them, it'd have been all over the news tonight, that would have been.
But did you see it? Not only caught out the defence, but then you see 2 Tottenham players running back. I was like, where's the left back or left wing back? They were just completely opened up, weren't they?
That's the problem. As good as all of Newcastle's goals were, and like obviously Murphy's second was a worldie.
Oh my God!
That pass for Isak was insane. But if Tottenham were awake, alive, given a shit, like half-arsed at all, none of those goals go in.
You expose them. You really expose them for their being slacked today, and which is good on your part because the goals you scored were of high quality. Really, it was good football, good finishes. Like I said, Murphy's goal was just magic, but you really exposed them for switching off. Oh, he hasn't scored a better goal in his career. I think that's it.
Murphy's more. No, like after last week, we needed that.
Yeah,
because last week was by far the worst we ever played under Eddie Howe. So now it's sort of like all that's forgotten about, undone, and we can move on with the rest of the season.
Do you think that cements top 4 now?
I'm finding it hard to talk myself down from it.
Yeah.
I try to be realistic. I try to expect the worst, and then I can be pleased when things go right. But
Yeah.
I can't see a way we drop out of that top 4 now. We've got 4 home games left out of the 7 in this season, and we are
favourable ones as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's why I'm more worried about Everton. I think Everton could get something on Thursday. We don't have a good time at Goodison Park to begin with.
They can't be happy though, can they, with that result, Everton? They must be thinking, we're not playing now. They can't be happy right that now.
Ask Lee what he thinks.
Expected it. That's the thing. No matter who we play against, they're just going to they get back on form either the week before or against us. Fulham lost 4 in a row. Oh, welcome to Goodison Park.
Yeah.
You get now this sort of sense that Thursday is just a free hit for you. It's like you can turn up if you get beat. It doesn't really matter because it's expected.
Yeah, other games you get
because we're at home. That's the thing. We're at home. We need to win all our home games. We've got, like I said, you've got City in between. They play Real Madrid and then Bournemouth last game of the season.
Yeah,
Thursday night is going to be horrible. I can already picture it's going to be horrible because there's going to be a protest before the game about Ken Wright and the board as usual. Gordon's back. It's going to be nasty.
Terrifying.
Yeah, you're right. That's true, actually. Yeah, he doesn't want to screw up, does he?
And also it's the Pickford with Newcastle.
I've got the exact same feeling. I've got the exact same feeling for Tuesday. We're going to go 1-0 down. It's just going to be absolutely toxic.
Yeah, the players are going to be under so much pressure, aren't they? It was like with Villa when we had that season went down. The players were terrified playing at home. You could see they hated it. They absolutely hated having that on their case.
Well, strangely, after our game, Tarkowski said something afterwards. He was saying we need more from our forward players. Obviously, we defend well as a unit in defence and midfield, but we need more from our attackers. I'm thinking, stop fucking around with it in the defence and just get it forward then.
Also, stop pointing fingers. Like, there's no... It's not
like,
the time to create a division in the squad.
Exactly. You need everyone to be full of confidence, get behind each other. And then he's come out with that. I'm like, I mean, you can't even point the finger at anyone.
I
like Tarkowski, but he's been terrible recently. And again, Michael Keane deserves to be relegated just for playing him. I just don't understand why there's this fascination with Tarkowski and Michael Keane. He's not Burnley. He's not Burnley anymore.
Yeah, those old boys.
He's got Conor Cody on the bench. He's got Ben Godfrey, Yerry Mina, anyone.
Thing is, I guess when you're just coming into a job that late, you do probably look to your mates or the ones that you've coached, don't you? 100%. Yeah.
Okay, your comforts.
They may not be there next season. Yeah, I could. Cause like obviously I'm an amateur, but managers that will know me, whatever, he knows. Oh, I know what to expect from this guy, so I can throw him in the deep end because he knows exactly what I want from him. And I guess it's that. But then over the summer, it's like, guys, you're not. You know, it's like, we'll look to replace. Yeah.
So let's have a look at how well we predicted these results. Spoiler alert, not well at all. I mean,
yeah. Do you know, I remember, I forgot to then do them, and because I thought, I could still send them in, in hindsight, but I didn't do it.
And then you just didn't bother. Yeah,
I didn't bother. I would have gone for Fulham to win. I would have gone for Arsenal to win. Brentford would have. Might have sat on that one as well. Oh, see, I'd have been flying, boys.
Yeah, you can say that now with the benefit of hindsight.
Oh, there's loads on the fence. I definitely would have bottled Palace Everton. I would have gone for a draw there. Yeah. Oh, I can't believe it.
Well, that's got to be one of the worst weeks we've ever done, I think. Like with definitely, 3 being the highest. In fact, I'm going to take that off the screen. I'm not going to go through any of it.
I do want to add,
let's try harder.
If Gordon doesn't start, you're still going to win. That's all I'm saying. So the past couple of weeks now.
So what has this done to the table? Arsenal clinging on, 5-point gap. But obviously 2 games in hand for City.
That game against each other is massive, isn't it?
It's massive, but City aren't going to win 8 in a row, are they? There's no way they're going to win 8 in a row to see the
this
season
season,
out. So there will be one more twist. There'll be
So
another
they've got
twist. There'll be another chance.
Everton and Leeds in that 8. There's 2 of them.
Yeah. If they're away games as well, it's going to be nasty.
A nice 6-point gap there in the top 4 between Man United and Tottenham. That's nice to see. And then West Ham crawling up to 13th after that win over Bournemouth. And then it's just very, very scary down the bottom there. 29 to 24. Like Southampton aren't even out of it. We wrote them off.
That's the thing. That if they'd won it, they'd only be within 2 points. But now they do obviously need a couple of wins. But the fight they showed against the game that played against Liverpool, after Arsenal, they got something still about them. So you can't rule them off completely.
Just looking at goal difference, that's going to play a massive part. Like Everton's is absolute horseradish compared to Leicester's. It's like
we just need to catch up with Bournemouth. It seems we can catch up with Bournemouth. Stick on the same points. We're safe.
Yeah, what have Bournemouth been doing? Kicking it into their own net. Bit of a depressing read, that table, if you're an Everton or a Leeds fan, I imagine.
I still think out of the teams you want to be in Everton. You want to be in Everton's shoes. With Dyche in charge, you don't want to be in Everton's shoes. Like I said, they tick along. The point tally has not been great, but they don't lose it as often now. I think they're still in the right place. And I think why Tarkowski probably started off the strikers was because he's thinking, well, we're getting you into games where we're level in games, and we haven't got that cutting edge that we need from you boys now. So that's probably a little hint to we've got to start tucking away these chances when we're doing our job to keep the games tied, and then we're not
create chances for a start. DL, he created himself.
Good to say, it's rare that Everton have got a striker fit, isn't it? Really.
There was one thing, going back to the Newcastle game as well. We had 28 shots today or something like that.
The whole season.
8 on target. And 6 went in.
Everton
8
are the
on
lowest
target out
scorers
of
in the league.
28. What the fuck?
Everton are the lowest scorers in the league, so that's literally their problem. They're now at a point where they can hold teams again. They're matching teams, but there's just no one good enough to tuck away the chances. That's it. They'd be clear.
Hopefully, he's coming back a bit now.
Yeah,
20 minutes.
What happens when you don't sign a striker, though, isn't it? When you sell them and then don't replace them.
Yeah.
Rely on his fitness.
But on that note, we shall call it an evening. Everybody enjoy what's left of your weekend after you watch this, if you watch it on the Sunday still. And please do come and join us on Tuesday, 8 o'clock for the live show. Hands up if you're in on Tuesday. Andy's at work. Bless him.
I'm going to see it at 10 o'clock. I'll give you a quick tip. If you check the lineup and Harvey Barnes is playing, get a fire on him to score the first goal because he scores every single time he plays against us. He saves them up when he plays us.
He's been good.
There you go then. Top tips from Andy.
Yeah.
We can all shout at him in the comments on Tuesday live when Harvey Barnes doesn't score.
I hope so.
But thanks for watching. We'll catch you on Tuesday. They think your weekend's over. It is now.